Good morning, student. How are you? I think you are watching the lesson given by KBSR. The day before yesterday in Friday, Madam Roli Vajpayee introduced about the quadric and they beautifully explained what is the quadratic equation and what is the zeros or roots of the quadratic equations, what is the relation between quadratic equation zeros and the coefficient of x square, x and constant term. They also discuss about the various problems related to daily life, the solution of quadratic equation by the factorization method. But today I also repeat some part, then after discuss later on the new things. So let us start. Quadratic equations. Quadratic equation, as you know that the maximum degree of x is equal to 2, as you can see it here, and this makes it quadratic. As you know it, quadratic equation also make a very nice curve. In a football playing, we have observed that when a player hit the ball, the curve of the ball is parabola. It is nothing but it is a second order polynomial, degree of second order, and from hitting position, where the line is crossed on the x-axis, this is the 1 zeros or roots, and after the jumping, the ball hit the ground. This is another zeros of the quadratic polynomial. Especially note that the name quadratic comes from quad. In Latin, quad means square. The square of x, that is called x square. And it is also note that the equation of degree 2 on x. So this is also polynomial with the degree of 2. Important to note that a polynomial px is represented by ax square plus bx plus c. When this px is equal to 0 means a quadratic equation in the variable x is an equation of the form ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So as you know that a polynomial curve px is equal to ax square plus bx plus c. When the value of curve is 0, that means ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. At that time, we find the two value of x, either one value of x, either no value of x. These are the zeros or roots of that particular polynomial. So that's why the name given is 0 here or roots here. For example, 2x square plus x minus 300, because the maximum power x is 2 here, so it is quadratic. Similarly, 2x square minus 3x plus 1 equal to 0. So maximum power x is 2, so it is also quadratic. Similarly, 4x square minus 3x plus 2 is also 0, is also quadratic. And 1 minus x square plus 300x is also quadratic equation. Sometimes we feel that equation may be quadratic, may not be quadratic. So we have to simplify the equation. Then after we will observe whether it is quadratic or not, as you seen in the previous lesson. Regarding the history about the quadratic equation, the Babylonians, they have its different methods to solve the quadratic equation. Now we are not using it, but they are also introduced it. The Babylon means the now present the area which in the Iran or in Syria in 2000 BC. That was they are having very good in particular mathematics, and they have know the solution how to solve the quadratic equations. The Indian, they are also having solution how to solve the quadratic equation. The Asian mathematician Brahmagupta, near about the century 598 to 665, they know the formula to solve the chord equations, but it is in the ecliptic forms ax square plus bx equal to c. But the Sridharacharya in century 10,025 developed the formula. Now we are using it. So this is very important formula given by Sridharacharya formula, and the whole world is using this formula. So the Indian contribution for the solving the chord equation is very much, and we are solving so many daily life problems with the help of chord equations. See, this is a curve, simple curve y is equal to x square, and there are two mutual axes, x-axis and y-axis, and the curve is parabola touching x-axis at the origin. They are not intersecting. That means the value of this curve is 0 on the x-axis. So the equation of this particular axis is x square is equal to 0. So the curve has two zeros or roots, that x equal to 0, again x equal to 0. As you can see it here, when y is equal to 0, x is equal to 0. So x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 0 are two equal solutions of the chord equation x is equal to 0. And we can express in the form of chord equation, as you can see it here. I can write it 1x square plus 0x plus 0 equal to 0. Now see another curve. This curve y is equal to x square plus 4x plus 3. It is also parabola. What we observe this curve is intersecting x-axis is 2 points. One is -3, another one is -1. That means the curve x square plus 4x plus 3 having value -3 and -1 when the curve value is 0, means 0 is equal to x square plus 4x plus 3 having the zeros or root when x is equal to -3 or x equal to -1, as you can see it here. So that means when x is equal to -1 and x equal to -3, there are two real and different values. You can see in the figure. And the cut intersect the x-axis. So these are the real and different values, and we can write this curve in the form x plus 1 into x plus 3 equal to 0. Since x plus 1 equal to 0, so it gives value x equal to -1, and x plus 3 equal to 0, so x equal to -1. And if we multiply it convert in the chord equation form x square plus 4x plus 3 equal to 0. In commonly we can say that real and different roots or zeros of chord equation x square plus 4x plus 3 equal to 0 are -1 and -3. It is important to note here an equation of form px equal to 0 where px is a polynomial of degree 2 is a chord equation. But when we write the term px in the descending order of degree, then we get the standard form of the chord equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Remember that a should not be equal to 0. If the a equal to 0, then this equation will not be a chord equation. It become a linear equation. So a should not be equal to 0. B may be 0, don't bother. C may be 0, don't bother. But a should not be equal to 0. This is very important thing to remember it. Now see another curve. This curve is not intersecting the x-axis. But this is also curve of polynomial of degree 2. And the name of curve is this: y is equal to x square minus x plus 1 equal to 0. and this curve is nowhere cut the axis or no line on the line where y equal to 0, there is no point. So this curve x square minus 1x plus 1 equal to 0, no value of x on the axis where the curve intersects x-axis. That means the coordinate equation x square minus 1x plus 1 equal to 0 has no real solution. It is commonly known as, we can say that there is no real and different roots or zeros of the curve 1x square minus 1x plus 1 equal to 0. Or this is imaginary that you learn in the next class, in class 11th. Note, for a standard form, the coordinate equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, where a is not equal to 0, has three different conditions: real and different roots, equal and real roots, and not real roots. It will connect with this formula that the discriminant b square minus 4ac if greater than 0, then we get two distinct and real roots. When the discriminant b square minus 4ac equal to 0, that means the roots are equal and the curve touch on the x-axis. And when b square minus 4ac is less than 0, the curve nowhere intersect the axis or not touch on the axis. It is either above the axis or the below the axis. So this is the three important conditions we can visualize here. Or we can see by compare, there are three curves. First curve is not intersect the x-axis. The second curve is touching or one intersect on the one point intersect the axis. And third curve is intersect at the point 1 and 3. So in the first figure, we can see here, there is no real roots or we can say imaginary roots. The second figure, it touch on the axis. Both roots are same and there are all two. Means first root is also true and second root is also true. That means roots are repeating and same. The third figure, 1 and 3, two different roots are here. And the name of these equations are, first is x square minus 4x plus 5 equal to 0. The second equation, x square minus 4x plus 4 equal to 0. The third equation, x square minus 4x plus 3 equal to 0. We see that the system of curve, first curve is above the axis, 1 point above. The second curve is 1 below the touching the axis. So in place of 5 it becomes 4. And the third curve is again decreasing, means again 1 below the axis. So these are the three conditions are here. And we can see the conditions. First, b square minus 4ac is negative. As you can see here, the value of a is 1, the value of b is minus 4 and the value of c is 5. When we substitute the value in this particular formula b square minus 4ac, we get the value is negative. So there are no real solution, two imaginary solution we can say it. Next one is b square minus 4ac. If we put the value a, b, c, a is 1 here, b is minus 4 and c is 4, then we get the value b square minus 4ac equal to 0. That means equal to 0. That means one real solution and double solution, means both roots are 2 in this particular conditions. The third one, b square minus 4ac. If we substitute the value a, b, c, a is 1, b is minus 4 and c is 3. So we get the b square minus 4ac having the positive value. Means it has two real solutions they may be rational. In particular here it is rational, and sometimes it is irrational also in other examples. Now let us go to some real life problem. In class 11th, in class 9, as you see in the previous lesson given by madam, we saw the factorized problem of the quadratic equations. Like find the roots of equations 2x square minus 5x plus 3 equal to 0 by factorization method. So let us think about that. First we see that the middle term 5x we split in two forms, minus 2x and minus 3x, because minus 2x into minus 3x it become 6x square. If we multiply it, so this is the multiple of first term and last term, means 2x square is equal to 3. This we have to remember. One thing very important to note, in front of 3 there is positive sign, and in front of 2 there is also positive sign. So 2 into 3 is 6. So the sign is also positive. Meant we have to factorize 6 in such a way that by adding the factor we get the value of minus 5 and multiply plus 6. How it happened? Because minus 2 into minus 3 is plus 6, and by adding minus 2 and minus 3 we get minus 5. This is very important to note it here. So we can see it here. We split middle term 5x in the two way. 5x we can write minus 2x and minus 3x. Now take 2x common here, so it will become x minus 1 inside the bracket. Similarly minus 3 common inside the bracket x minus 1. Now the both bracket x minus 1 common we take it here, so we get x minus 1 bracket common, and remaining another bracket we get 2x minus 3. So we can rewrite this equation 2x square minus 5x plus 3 equal to 0 in the two brackets 2x minus 3 equal to 0 multiplied by x minus 1 equal to 0. And we get the value of x from this situation. So either 2x minus 3 equal to 0 or x minus 1 equal to 0. So we get when 2x minus 3 equal to 0, that gives x equal to 3 by 2. And when x minus 1 equal to 0, we will get x is equal to 1. So x is equal to 3 by 2 and x is equal to 1 are the solution of these equations. Either we can say that zeros are roots of these quadratic equations. Note that we have found the roots of 2x square minus 5x plus 3 equal to 0 by factorization of 2x square minus 5x plus 3 into two linear factors. Means 2x minus 3 is also a linear and x minus 1 is also linear. And both linear factor is equal to 0. We get the value of x. These are the solution of quadratic equations. Let us see another example. Here, already this problem discussed in the previous lecture given by madam. So, you see how to factorize it. They divided 2 root middle term minus 2 root 6x in the form of minus root 6x minus root 6x. And later on, they are doing the process. So, as you can see it here, I am not discuss more here, because already discussed by madam. Let us see it here. So we get both value of x, that is under root 2 by 3. So we can say that this is repeated roots are same roots are here. So this is the condition of real and equal roots. and both root is under root 2 by 3, under root 2 by 3. Now we come to the next problem. Now we can have to visualize this problem. It is real life problem. In this problem, it is given that there is one girl. The name of girl is Soumya. The product of Soumya's age in years 1 year ago and 1 year later. Means present age is different, but before 1 year and after 1 year, their product is 99. The question is given to us, what is the percentage? Means in these questions, we don't know what is the percentage, but the given is 1 year ago and after 1 year, their product is 99. We have to find the present age of the Soumyas, girl Soumyas. So how we solve the problems? Assume that the present age is X. Obviously, 1 year ago, the age will be X minus 1. And after the 1 year, the age will be X plus 1 years. And according to given conditions, their product X minus 1 into X plus 1, we can write the formula A minus B into A plus B by A square minus B square. So that gives X square minus 1 is equal to 99. If we solve it, that means X is equal to 99 plus 1, X is equal to 100 and X is equal to 10. Again remember here, I am not taking the negative value of X, because when X is equal to 100, that means X is equal to plus 10 or minus 10. But in real life situation, we don't think that the age will be negative. So we take only positive value. So what is the solution of this question? Is X equal to 10. Now we have to visualize this problem. As you can see it here. What I did here, I make 10 by 10 square, means this square have 100 boxes and each side is 10. So according to first conditions, X square is equal to 100 and X square minus 1, that means 100 minus 1. So green part is 99 and yellow part is 1 and total sum is 100. So only green part is 99. Now we change in this figure in this form. See it here. What we did here, we remove yellow part. In this top bottom row, we can see it here. We cut it from here and add into the side of this particular square. So this number of column become X plus 1, means 10 plus 1, 11, as you can see it in figure. And number of rows become 10 minus 1 is 9. Now what is the product of this? 11 into 9. This is equal to 99. So we can visualize present is 10. After 1 year, the age will be 11. Before 1 year, the age will be 9 and the product is 99. So think we can visualize it here. And we understand the concept very clearly. Same another example. Now another quadratic equation. We can see it here. X plus 2 whole square minus 9 is equal to 0. Now solve this. What we are doing, we can shift minus 9. So it become X plus 2 whole square is equal to 9. When we take the square root, so we get the 2 value, because 9 is equal to 3 square. So X plus 2 is equal to plus 3 or X plus 2 equal to minus 3. Again we shifting 2, so we get the 2 value of X. One is X equal to 1 and another is X equal to minus 5. So the roots of the equation X plus 2 whole square minus 9 equal to 0 are 1 and minus 5. Let us take another example. We have to solve the equation x square plus 4x minus 5. We would probably apply factorization to do so, unless we realize somehow we have to change this x square plus 4x minus 5 into x plus 2 whole square minus 9. So see it how it will happen. See, we are using this form x square plus 4x minus 5 is equivalent to x plus 2 whole square minus 9. Now we are changing our mind from factorization to the completing the square. How it happen? See what will happen. If x square plus 4x, for making complete square, we add plus 4 here and subtract minus 4 here. So this term become x plus 2 whole square, and minus 5 and minus 4, it become minus 9. So actually we can see it here. This become x plus a whole square minus b square equal to 0. And later on we can easily find its roots. Let us see if this is possible. See, this is x square because each side is x, so this is x square. What about 4x? One side is x, another side is 4. So what the area of this rectangle is 4x. If we add these two rectangles, so we get x square plus 4x, as you can see it here. Second figure, this is x square, this is 4x. Now we can see it here. We divide 4x in two equal parts, 2x and 2x. So this is same, x square plus 4x. We can write x square plus 2x plus 2x. See it here. Now we do one thing. This the last 2x is split from the last one and add up to the bottom of the x square. So it is same, means x square plus 2x plus 2x. Now see in this bottom what they are doing. X is common, row is side of the row is x common here, and in the bracket it become x plus 2. Another one is 2 into x. This is the same. You can see the image in here, see the figure here. What we did to make it complete square, we are adding 2 square here. You see here. Now without the loss of generating, we are adding 2 square. So we have to subtract 2 square. So we are adding 2 square and we are subtracting 2 square. Now see, this become x plus 2 whole square minus 2 square. So we are solving this x square for 4x. As you can see, what algebra I am using here, already see in the pictures, figures. So this become x plus 2 whole square minus 4. So this become x square plus 4x minus 5. We change into x plus 2 whole square minus 4 minus 5. This become x plus 2 whole square minus 9. And that gives x plus 2 whole square minus 9 equal to 0. That gives x plus 2 whole square is equal to 3 square. That gives 2 value. x plus 2 is equal to plus 2 plus minus 3. Then we get x equal to minus 5 or x equal to 1. Now come to the another example. The example where the coefficient of x squared is not 1. Previous example, on two example, the coefficient of x squared is equal to 1. Now this in particular example, we see that coefficient of x square is 3. Next term is minus 5x plus 2. Now, by this completing the square, making the perfect square, we have to solve this equation. How we can do it? So, we first multiply this whole equation by 3. So, this become 9x square minus 15x and plus 6, and 0 multiplied by any number should become 0. So, that equal to 0. So, we can see it here. 9x square minus 15x plus 6. 9x as a square, I can write 3x as a whole square. 15, we can write 2 multiplied by 3x multiplied by 5 by 2. And 6 is 6. For making the completing a square minus 2a, the value of b is 5 by 2. So, for making complete square, I have to add 5 by 2 whole square. And without the loss of generality, I have to subtract 5 by 2 whole square. And 6 as it is. So, this become a square minus 2ab plus b square. So, this becomes 3x minus 5 by 2 whole square. And if we solve minus 5 by 2 whole square plus 6. So, we get in place of this 5 by 2 whole square, I can get it minus 25 by 4 plus 6. So, this become solving minus 1 by 4. So, again, we can write this 9x square minus 15x plus 6 equal to 0. 3x minus 5 by 2 whole square minus 1 by 4 equal to 0. Or 3x minus 5 by 2 whole square equal to 1 by 4. If we get the square root, so we get two values. Either 3x minus 5 by 2 is equal to 1 by 2 or 3x minus 5 by equal to minus 1 by 2. By subtracting 5 by 2, we get the two value of x. One is x is equal to 1, another is x is equal to 2 by 3. So, we get x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 2 by 3. We get two value of x. So, we get two value of x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 2 by 3. So, these are the zeros or root of the quadratic equation 9x square minus 15x plus 6 equal to 0. Now, we get the formula by completing the square of quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So, we have to make a formula and drive the formula for the whole equation for any conditions. For this, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, where a is not equal to 0, we divide this equation by a and we get x square plus b upon ax plus c upon a equal to 0. Now we split middle term. We can write middle term b upon ax 2 into b upon 2a. 2 cancel, so it's the same as b upon a. And we add b upon 2a whole square and subtract b upon 2a whole square plus c upon a, because we made it complete square. So the formula apply here, a square plus 2ab plus b square. So this become x plus b upon 2a whole square minus b upon 2a whole square plus c upon a, and again we solve it. So this become minus b square upon 4a square plus c upon a is equal to 0. Again taking LCM, this become x plus b upon 2a whole square minus b square minus 4ac whole upon 4a square is equal to 0. So we can write it x plus b upon 2a whole square by shifting is equal to b square minus 4ac upon 4a square. So we get true value by taking square root plus or minus. That means x plus b upon 2a is equal to plus minus root over b square minus 4ac over 2a. Let us see some animation here. So we can so x is equal to minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac upon 2a. Either take plus sign or minus sign. So the roots are the zeros of the chord equation. Ax square plus b plus c equal to 0 or minus b plus root over b square minus 4ac over 2a, or minus b and minus b root over b square minus 4ac upon 2a. This formula is also known as Sridharacharya formula. Very important to note here, when b square minus 4ac is greater than or equal to 0, then we get real roots or equal roots and different roots. But if b square minus 4ac is less than 0, we don't get any roots or we don't get any no real roots. So for getting real roots, there is important conditions. B square minus 4ac must be greater than or equal to 0. And B square minus 4ac is called the discriminant of the chord equation, because it decides whether the chord equation have real roots or different roots or repeating roots. So we give the word here discriminant here, and discriminant d is equal to b square minus 4ac. We remember this formula by one story also. I am using word negative boy. Boy means B. And yes or no for positive negative sign. Yes means positive and no means negative. So a negative boy was thinking yes or no about going a party. At the party, he talked to a square y. A square y means b square, but not means negative value. Two awesome chips, 4 awesome chips, 4 AC. It was all over 2A, means it is upon 2A. Yeah, over 2A. This is a story. We can learn this formula. There is also one another way. See it here. By singing, we can also learn this formula.
X is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. X is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. X is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. X is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a.
There is also one another way to solve the chord equations. We can change this chord equation in the form as previously. X minus m whole square minus d square. In the completing the square, this method already did it. So there are two factors. One is x minus m minus d. Another one is x minus m plus d equal to 0. By solving, we can get x minus m minus d multiply x minus m plus d equal to 0. And we get in the linear product of linear form of this chord equations equal to zeros. In age problem, we also convert it. As you can see, Soumya has age problem. X plus 1 into x minus 1 equal to 0. I can rewrite this equation in the form x minus 0 whole square minus 10 square equal to 0. The second problem, x square minus 4x minus 5 equal to 0. We already changed in the form x minus 2 whole square minus 3 square is equal to 0. The third one, 3x square minus 5x plus 2 equal to 0. We change this equation in the form x minus 5 by 6 whole square minus 1 by 6 whole square equal to 0. For this method, we divide ax square plus b plus c equal to 0 where a is not equal to 0 by a. So this equation become x square plus b by ax plus c by a equal to 0. And we give b by a is equal to b dash and c by a equal to c dash. So we rewrite this equation x square plus b dash x plus c dash equal to 0. And we know that in the class 9th, if alpha or beta are the zeros of the chord equations, either this class, we can rewrite this chord equation in the form x minus alpha into x minus beta equal to 0. By expanding or visualizing, we get the value of alpha and beta since it intersect at point alpha and beta. So we see in the figure, means alpha beta are real or different roots. See in the figure. So we can solve x minus alpha into x minus beta equal to 0. we get x square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha into beta equal to 0. By comparing with x square plus b dash x plus c equal to 0, we get x alpha plus beta is equal to minus b dash and alpha into beta is equal to c dash. Now what we are doing, we suppose that m is the midpoint of these two zeros or root, and distance between m and alpha is also d and m and beta is also d. So what is the value of alpha? Is m minus d, and what is the value of beta? Is m plus d, because m is the midpoint. So very important thing, the difference between alpha and beta we assume at 2d, because alpha is m minus d and beta is m plus d. And we can say that m minus d and m plus d are the zeros of these quadratic equations. So when we note 3 important points, what is b dash is equal to minus alpha plus beta? What is c dash? Alpha into beta. And c dash, since alpha into beta, so it is m minus d into m plus b. So c dash is equal to m square minus d square. So what is d square? D square is m square minus c dash. So we can find the value of d square. Then later on we find the value of d by taking the square root of m square minus c dash. So what about b dash? B dash is alpha plus beta negative, means b dash is equal to minus 2m, or m is equal to minus b dash by 2, and d is under root over m square minus c dash. So clearly what is the m? M is the midpoint of two zeros or two roots. So m is alpha plus beta by 2. So what is the formula for alpha beta? M is equal to alpha and beta is equal to m minus plus root over m square minus c dash, or alpha beta is equal to minus b minus plus under root b square minus 4h minus 4 c dash upon 2. Similarly, for solving x square plus 6x plus 7 equal to 0, we get m equal to minus 3 and d square is equal to 2. So value of d is root 2. So we get the alpha beta minus 3 minus plus root 2, as you can see it here. In this method, m is the midpoint of two zero alpha and beta. So alpha is obviously m minus d and beta is m plus d. And important to note, when m square is greater than c dash, the zeros or roots are real and different. When m square is equal to c dash, zeros are equal and d equal to 0. When m square is less than c dash, the d is imaginary, and at that condition there is no real roots. Similarly, there are three conditions here like previous one. See in the figure, b dash minus 4, c dash 5. So m is equal to 2 in all situation, but the value of c dash first equation is 5, second equation is 4, and third equation is 3 here. So condition for the imaginary or no real roots. for real roots and equal roots, one real roots, and for two different roots are seen in the figure. We can also solve this problem. We can visualize this problem. Let's see here, 1 square, m is the middle value. So what is the m square? See in the figure. This is the figure of m square. And in this figure, we are subtracting d square. So m square in the total m square in the square, but blue portion is showing here is m square minus d square, and yellow portion showing here is d square. So this only blue portion is called m square minus d square. Now what we are doing, we remove this yellow portion, and removing this yellow portion, bottom two row we can remove from there and add in the column. So the new length become m plus d, and the breadth become m minus d. So these are the two zeros of the chord equations, m minus d and m plus d. We go to the practical problem, real life situation. A cruise, total journey having 3 hours, going 15 km upstream and then back downstream, and takes total 3 hours, where the given that the river has a current of 2 km an hour, means the speed of river is 2 km per hour. Now there are two questions. What is the speed of boat, and how long was the upstream journey, means what is the time taken to the upstream journey. Let us see in the figure. This is a river is going with the speed, flowing with the speed 2 km per hour. There is one cruise here. It takes 3 hours to going upward and again come downward, means upstream and downstream. It takes total 3 hours, and the distance covered by this cruise is 15 kilometers. So this is the visualization of this problem. Now we see it here. There are very important things. Relative speeds concept is come here, because we can see it here. We assume it that the x is the boat's speed in the water, and v the speed, relative speed, means actual boat speed is x, but the speed which observed by the boat or the cruise in the land, let me suppose v. So there are two situations of v, when it is going upward and when it is going downward. And since the speed of the river downstream 2 km per hour, so when the cruise or boat is going upward, so the river speed is decreasing the speed of boat. So relative speed of the boat in upstream is x minus 2, and when downward speed conditions of the cruise or boat, it is going downward, so it at the speed, so relative speed of the boat is x plus 2, and the time is distance per speed, as we know the formula. Distance is 15 km, one time upstream speed is x minus 2 and downward stream downstream speed is x plus 2 and total time is 3 hours. So total time is time up upstream and time up downstream. So we can write this formula. Total time is equal to time of upstream means 15 upon x minus 2 plus time of downstream 15 upon x plus 2 and it takes total 3 hours. By solving this, we taking LCM 15. LCM is x minus 2 into x plus 2 that equal to 3. 2 cancels. 15 into 2x upon x square minus 2 square is equal to 3. So total 30x upon x square minus 4 is equal to 3. Cross multiply it. So 30x is equal to 3x square minus 12. Or I can say 0 is equal to 3x square minus 30x minus 12 equal to 0. We can simplify it. Divide by 3. So it become x square minus 10x minus 3 equal to 0. So here the value of m is 5 because m is equal to minus b upon 2. And d is equal to m square minus c dash. So the value of d is root over 28. By solving it is 2 root 7. So the value of alpha beta m plus minus d and m plus d. So we get two value of zeros or roots. 5 plus 2 root 7 and 5 minus 2 root 7. But we take positive sign for real life situations. So we saw we can observe or the boat of speed of the boat is 10.39 kilometer per hour. We don't take the negative sign. And for how long the upstream? Upstream time is 15 upon x minus 2. Put the value of x, we get the value of time of how long the upstream it will journey. So thanks for watching it. Before watching some summary, I am giving chord equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. A, B, C are real, A not equal to 0. This is summary. What is zeros? If the alpha is 0, so alpha must be satisfied the chord equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. That means a alpha square plus b alpha plus c equal to 0 is called the zeros or root of the this chord equations. We can also solve the chord equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 by getting two linear factor. Previously in the previous lecture you already see it. Chord equation can be solved by the method of continuous square. We already learned in this video. And what is the formula for getting zeros or roots? Minus b plus minus root over b square minus 4ac upon 2a, where b square minus 4ac is greater than 0. This is the condition for real, different or equal roots. And these are the three conditions. For the distance root, b square minus 4ac equal greater than 0, not equal to 0, but distance and real roots. For equal roots, b square minus 4ac equal to 0. For no real roots, b square minus 4ac less than 0. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.